our beading lesson today, I'm just going to show you a really easy way to embellish chain using deertan leather. So what you need to do first is choose your chain. And this type of chain here wouldn't really work for this type of project because see how the links are facing different directions? One is facing up and one's facing to the side. This type of chain here in the middle is called a curb chain, and that's perfect for this because all of the links have a little bit of a twist to them so that they lay nice and flat. This one though is pretty tiny. So this one is a good example of one that would work well for this size of leather lace. So when you're thinking about this type of project, just consider that you'll need to pass the lacing through the holes in the chain. So for example, this, even though it's twisted curb, it's double, but it's big enough that you could pass your leather through these portions of the chain. So to get started, what you'll do is cut a length of chain that's as long as you want. I'm going to use this for a wrap bracelet. So I cut this that's long enough to fit around my wrist twice. So it's around 16 inches. Then I'm going to cut my piece of deertan so that it's just about half again as long. Maybe not quite, just a little bit longer than my chain. I'm just using my wire cutters to cut that, but here at this end, when I'm ready to start threading, then I want to use more of a heavy-duty type of scissor so that I can get a nice point on the end of my cord. Now what I'll do is pass this through the second to the last link. Okay, and I'm using the suede side up, even though I can decide later which side. Well, actually, I know that I want my shiny side to be the front. If I wanted the suede side to be the front, then I would do it the other way around. But what we'll do is pass our cord then up through the first link, like this. And this is that same type of curb chain that I was talking about where all the links face up. So now I'm going to leave my tail here. When I'm ready, what I can do is glue this down, and I'll just use a little bit of glue that's suitable for leather. I like to use the gel type, and this is going to dry really quickly too, so I can get working right away. So I'll just do a little bit of glue and then press it down and hold it in place with my fingers, and then I'm ready to get started weaving. Now for weaving, what I find is if you hold it between your forefinger and the second finger, then you can have a good grip on it while you weave and also keep the chain flat while you work. And because you have that suede side and the shiny side, you just want to keep it in mind as you're passing through the chain. So see how it twisted a little bit? I just straightened it out. And then I'll bring my other cord up through the next link and then down through. So it works up really quickly, and this is a fun way that you can add some color and a little bit of boho flair to any of your chain designs. All right, so you'll just weave this all the way to the end, and then you would finish it the same way you started by folding it back through the last link. All right, so now we're ready to make some dangles. And an easy thing you can do is just choose some charms and beads that coordinate with your leather. So I have a bead here, and I'm just going to string a couple of rondelles onto my head pin, just for fun. And then take my round nose pliers and make a basic loop. Just using a ball end head pin because it gives it a little bit more decorative flair. Then roll this all the way around and make a nice coil here, or you can bunch it up and make it a little funkier looking too. Squeeze this together. And then I'm going to trim away my little extra end. Then I'm just going to gather up all of my little dangles onto a jump ring. I'll pick one of these that's attached to the charm. So I'll take my pliers and open my jump ring, always opening it to the side, of course. And then slide my other charm and my dangle onto that jump ring. And I'm going to attach this then to the last link on the design. Then on my other end, I have a jump ring that I'm going to use with a clasp. And this guy will just slide right onto here. Same idea. Now here you'll see I have a couple of extra links. And these can just be removed with your chain nose pliers, or you can cut these away if you want to, but since they're unsoldered, I might save them and use them for jump rings later. So I'll pull this off, and my other spare, and then thread my clasp and jump ring onto the end. And then I have a piece that I can coil around There it is, and I can wear it as a bracelet, or it's even long enough that I could wear it as a necklace if I want to. And this is a way too, if you wanted to wear this as a necklace just like this, you could. Or you could attach two together and have a necklace that's a little bit asymmetrical if you wear it to the side. Now, one more idea for embellishing this type of chain is the necklace here. It's the same idea, but along the sides here I used blue to go with my beads, and I just created two beaded strands there through the center. And this is a really great way to use all these boho beads we've been talking about this season, or you could change those out for crystal and make it a totally different style.